Good morning, everybody. I apologize. Apparently, I was hard to hear in some of my previous videos. I have changed the covering on the microphone in hopes that that helps. Um, but, I am limited in what I have, and I will remind anyone that if you would like to donate, I do have a Cash App in the description. That will help me facilitate to get better equipment so that we can do better readings for you guys, which I am happy to do. Um, Today, we're trying things a little differently. We have some sage and Palo Santo, some candles, and some incense that we are burning to try to enhance our experience, to try to tap in on a deeper level, to try to draw in some, you know, um, some good spirits, some good things. Each one of these candles has a specific intention behind it. Um, there's there's peace, there's protection, there's abundance, there's healing, peace, protection, abundance, healing, and I can't remember what the other one is anymore, but maybe next time I'll remember. So, welcome to my channel. If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe so we can grow our community. Um, I'm glad you're here with me. I hope that I can, um, you know, pull a message that'll be beneficial to you or maybe someone you know. Um, Now, the last couple days, I particularly have been feeling sad, like just all around sad. And, it's not necessarily unusual, to feel sad, especially in my circumstances currently. But um, it's just this, I can't shake it. It's like the constant sadness that's different and almost overwhelming. Um, One of the messages that I received over the last few days was about healing the heart chakra by healing the grief. So I myself um, lost my mother in 2021, and I have been grieving ever since. I've been in grief, and I haven't actually been able to move through that and out of that because of everything that happened after that. Um, in that, Spirit stepped in and showed me a lot of the truth, that I was missing, the things that I couldn't see that were hidden in plain sight that I, had been ignoring or just maybe that Spirit had not wanted me to see yet. And then it became painfully clear. My world was turned upside down. I had some, well, I think it's safe to say demonic forces coming against me in the form of my own family members, particularly my mother's sisters, whom she left in charge of our inheritance, my siblings and I's inheritance in the form of a trust. And yes, if you do watch a lot of tarot, there has been a lot of that going around through Tarot Land over the last, I don't know, 6 months or so. But it's really been going on for much longer than that. But I do believe that that energy kind of picked up because of the things that I was going through at that point in time. Um, um, so there's a lot more to that as well, as far as, um, there were other things going on, demonic attacks in my life that were, um, you know, also related to family members, but not necessarily those family members. So, point is, um, I was never able to actually, fully grieve the loss of my mother because I'm still stuck. I'm still stuck in this place of having my life turned upside down without her, and that's not what she wanted, and that's not, God's plan. So, I'm looking for answers, right? Just as much as you guys are. And I want to be able to provide that, hopefully, God willing. So, um, that's kind of why I am so passionate about, having new decks, trying new decks, being able to receive, new and different messages. Because I do feel that sometimes if you just use the same decks over and over again, you're just going to keep getting the same messages. And sometimes it's just the energy. So we'll see. I don't even have any decks picked out yet um, for this reading. So I'm just going to kind of go with the flow and see, whatever happens. Um, I think we'll do some angel cards today. I think we could use that. Maybe whatever we don't use this in this reading, we'll use in the next one, huh? All right. So again, sorry for the long intro. Welcome to my channel. If you haven't already, please like, share, subscribe. I'm gonna stop with the monologue now and get to the cards. Um, Here we go. Let's start with these. Okay. So this is what's come up. We have what it under he one at what it at under he one. Okay. So I am kind of getting the feeling of someone being under surveillance. Might have something to do with a patriarchy. Might be God. you know. Um, maybe either you are being watched, um, like surveillanced, or maybe your ops are. But that's what we're getting here. So let's just get some tarot and see if we can't get some more clarification on that particular message, and then we'll move on. So, Spirit, shit, split the deck on the Queen of Pentacles. Split the deck on Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so Spirit, who is being watched? Who is it that's being watched, Spirit? Is it the collective or is it their ops? Is it the government doing the spying or the angels? Let's see. Of course, it doesn't necessarily have to be the government if you are being watched. It could just be by an ex or something, you know. Hmm. 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 Okay, well, that's confirmation right there. Page of Swords. Spying. Okay. So definitely, 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 uh, someone being watched, under surveillance, spied on. Um, it's pretty clear. We get some more information on that, like who's being watched, or who's doing the watching. Um, what's this? What's the spying about? It's too many. Nothing's really wanting to come out, so I'm not sure that we're going to get much more on that. At least maybe not with this deck. Yeah, I'm not getting much more on that. So we'll put that deck away. Maybe we'll come back to it. All right, so tell me more about this spying. Okay, so we have Knight of Wands, um, Huhuya, and that is protection, prevents discovery of secret crimes, saves exiles. Okay, so um, I'm going to take this as you are being watched, you are being spied on, you have enemies in the camp, some, right? Okay, but you, not to worry because you're protected. Okay, and this person doing the spying may be a fire sign. What else do we need to know, Spirit, about this surveillance spying? Six of Pentacles, Aladia, the favorable God, divine grace, cures rage and pestilence, absolves the guilty. Well, so this could be some kind about somebody's watching you, and something about a give and take, financially, or a relationship, or maybe they're watching how you interact and give and take with the spiritual realm. right. Let me see. Tell us about the spying. Okay, universe. And prosperity begins. Okay. So you might have some pocket watching going on here. Somebody is watching to see what the universe is about to begin to give to you. The give and take of your relationship with the universe. Okay. Can we get some clarification as to who is doing the watching? Who is watching? Who is being watched? Okay. So, Tal Eternal, determination to remain young in body, mind, and spirit, ability to see things with fresh eyes. Okay, so you are this eternal child. Your, your divine light shines through. You have this childlike, um, spirit, no matter how old you are. And you're very innocent in everything, and all that's been, going on in your life. And because of that, you're being watched. So I'm getting that you're being watched over by angels, but that part of the reason that the angels are watching over you so closely and protecting you is because you're being watched in the real world as well. So can I get some confirmation or clarification on who it is that's watching and spying um, on this eternal child? Not the protecting kind, but the not so good intentioned kind. Can I get any information on that? I'm going to ask the same question. Is there any more information you can give me about the, the, the spying that's going on? Whoever is watching this eternal child in a non-protective way. So we have a second card with Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. All right, right. So we have our second card with Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. But this is also an Archangel Michael card, right? So maybe you are being watched by a Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, an air sign. But you're also being watched and defended by Archangel Michael being protected, right, by the angels. Can I get some more clarification, please? It may also be a male. That is the second time that I have pulled a uh, masculine card. So you may be being watched by uh, a male or someone in male energy, but given the beginning message, I would say that's confirmation for what I was saying. That's like something about the patriarchy here, right? You're being watched by something to do with a male hierarchy, a male patriarchy. And can we get any more information on that? Can you give us any clarification, please? Okay, so we have the Seven of Swords, the Four of Cups, and the King of Wands. However, they came out reversed. So again, we have Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy, air sign energy. But we also have some fire and some water. So it's definitely got to do with some betrayal. I think you were betrayed by these people. Their spying on you has something to do with some kind of betrayal, deception, theft. And again, we have this masculine, energy, this patriarchal kind of thing. And then we have the Four of Cups. So maybe what the message is about this is that either, it being in reverse and you being protected could be that they're no longer able to do this, right? Maybe you were being remote viewed or spied on it spiritually, magically, and maybe they can't do that anymore. Maybe the angels are protecting you in that they can't do that anymore. It doesn't necessarily mean that there's not some 3D real world spying going on here as well. Now, Spirit, can you tell me why? Why would anybody want to be spying on this eternal child? Okay, so just more air sign, um, betrayal. Okay. It could also be that you have an air sign spying on you, stalking you, maybe magically, in the spirit realm, but maybe also, in the real world, over a masculine energy. So, like, if this is a third party situation, then you would be being spied on by the other woman, so to speak, um, in this relationship over a man or masculine energy. Uh, all right, what else can you tell us about why this child eternal is being spied on? I'd also like to remind everybody that, these are specific. This is specific, yes. I mean, I'm trying to get details and be more specific. But the general message, everything happens on levels, right? So the general message of you're being watched by the patriarchy, that's the general message. That message may pertain to many people in the collective, but now we're narrowing it down as well, to see who it is that spirit wants, to speak to specifically, and get, more detail on in this particular situation. So I asked why. Why is this eternal child being spied on? And we have Hermit. So our first earth sign card, soul searching, introspection, contemplation, wisdom, truth seeking, independence, being alone, inner guidance, meditation, and consciousness. Okay. So it's because you're woke, you've awakened, you are led by spirit, you are conscious, you have awakened, right, to your soul, um, to your soul's purpose. You seek wisdom and truth and independence. It's like you awakened in the spirit realm, or in the 3D reality to the spirit realm and to who you are in the spirit realm. And you saw what was going on, and you said, excuse me, I didn't agree to that. I want to be free. So you sought the truth and your independence, spiritual and worldly independence, which is your God-given right by birth. Okay, so we have the Four of Swords reverse. Okay, so like restlessness, stress, isolation, delays, cancellations. So that the intention of this spying was to cause you, mental anguish, to give up basically on yourself, and your spiritual journey. And the Eight of Cups reverse, which is, trying one more time, avoidance, fear of change, fear of loss, clinging to the past. So yeah, somebody wants things to go back to the way they were. They want you to go back to sleep, basically. And again, this could be on a um, general level, but also personal level. So let's say that you have this third party situation here. Like you're a woman and you were in a relationship with a man who you found out was in a relationship with another woman at the same time as you. Now, let's say that you woke up to this, you found this out, you walked away, and now this man is in a relationship with this other woman, and she spies on you because she's worried that he's going to come back to you, or you're going to take him back, or it could be that on that type of level. It could also be on a higher level, a more general level, in that it is possible that you are being watched by a patriarchal uh, how do I say this, society, maybe, um, that maybe works with and sometimes for the government, possibly, um, and that you are, let's see, let's say that you embody this Knight of Swords, Archangel Michael type of energy, and that when you woke up to who you were or are in the spirit realm, you made some waves. Uh, things happened, things changed that, you know, were noticeable. And ever since then, maybe you've been being watched, um, because you are, I don't want to necessarily say special, but there's something different about you. There's something about you. Let me see if I can get more on that. What is it? What is it, Spirit? What is it about um, the collective? What is it about this person that this patriarchy wants to spy on them for? Okay. So we have the Three of Swords reverse. So the last card, or not the last card, but the last card that I'm looking at that we have pulled out here is the Three of Swords in the upright. And now we have the Three of Swords in the reverse. So part of the reason that you're being watched is your ability to turn shit around, right? You're like an alchemist, right? You you can take something negative and turn it into a positive. You know how to get through all of this heartbreak, this sorrow, this loss, this, this Three of Swords, and then move on, like to forgive and move on and recover. Like you have this ability that I'm thinking not a lot of people have. Like it seems normal to me because that's the kind of person that I am. And if this message is resonating for you, or it found you in some way, it probably is resonating with you, then, you know, I'm thinking maybe it's more special than you or I even realize, that this gift, this ability. Um, okay, so I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna start pulling some other cards now from other decks. Let's see. I don't want this to be too long, but at the same time, I really want to get into this, like deeply into this. So we're gonna go further. And it may take a little while, but as I always say, if you need to click that little wheelie button in the upper right hand corner of the video and change the speed, feel free to do so. I do the same. It's perfectly fine. Okay, so that's an interesting card to have come out. Humor. I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. Okay, I guess this kind of goes along with that eternal child card, but oh, okay. All right. I get it. I get it. I get it. So part of what your gift, your talent is that makes you so different, so special, is that you not only do you have this ability to take negative things and turn them, into positive things, but you also have an ability to do it with a sense of humor, or in a humorous way, um, or to find the humor in it. Because, it's like sometimes God puts you through something and you're just like, what the fuck? And then you're like, then you see like the humor in it, that God actually has a sense of humor. And you're like, oh, okay, God, I see what you did there. And you laugh about it. And you laugh about it. And so you have the ability to find the humor, to create the humor, to make light of dark things, right? To take dark things and turn them into light. And maybe sometimes humor is how you do this. Okay, so you also have um, the courage to succeed, the strength to keep going. Lift out right quick. So we have fairies. So we've already determined that you have some etherical help here. Um, and maybe it's not just angels, you know? Maybe you've got a lot of help in the spiritual realm from a lot of different sources and places, right? I mean, it all comes from source, but um, you know, like I think God is like opening up the gates for you, right? Um, no limits to the amount of help that you can receive because God trusts you. Um, maybe that's another reason why you're so heavily surveillanced is your relationship with God and how God God gives you certain independence and freedom that other people, a level spiritually that other people don't have because God knows that you're not going to do anything bad with it. You're going to do good. Moving this over here so y'all can get a different view for a little bit. I'm not quite sure what that's about yet. Already sipping my coffee. You know, I actually have kids, so I try to do this first thing in the morning when everybody's still asleep. And I do try to keep my voice down because I don't want to wake anybody up. But I also, you know, I'm trying my best to uh, make it so you can still hear me. So hopefully, you know, hopefully you can hear me just fine. Um, if not, then you know, uh, I'll keep working at it. See if there's anything I can do to help on that front. See. Oh. I just realized that moon card came out, and then I grabbed the Moonology deck. So maybe that's why that card came out, telling me to move on to the Moonology. Let's see. We have, okay, you're very close to achieving your goal. Okay. Well, what do you need to release? And Gemini, the answers you need are coming. All right. So, yet again, we have this Gemini, your sign energy here. So, I'm getting that, you're on a mission, right? Okay. So, we've gotten deeper into this message, right? And you're on a mission, right? A divine mission. You were sent here for a reason. And you are thinking pretty highly spiritually ranked because God gives you a lot of leeway, a lot of independence, a lot of freedom, but also a lot of protection. Not just from angels, but like a lot of energetic protection from many different sources. And, you know, I think there's challenge. There's a level of combativeness here. Oh, okay. Okay. It could also be within yourself. This Gemini energy could be, you know, the two sides of yourself. See what I mean about all the different levels that the messages have and come in at? So, like, I could put out here that this is a message about, um, you know, um, an air sign spying on a water sign over a fire sign male. And that could be an accurate message, but there's more to it. That may be one message for one person, but this is deeper. And so we have that level, but we also have this level of fighting against yourself, the battle within yourself, the battle to balance your light and your dark, right? And to use the energies, you know, to do that, right? To the outside energies, the outside forces, to use spirit, to use God to help you to overcome yourself. And then there's the other message of, you know, there is some kind of outside force um, watching you, maybe spiritually and physically. That's a whole nother message. And it may be for a whole other group of people, or you may be one person going through all these different levels. And if you are, my goodness, right? My goodness. Okay. All right. So moving on. Okay, so Ace of Cups, divine love, maybe new beginning in love, but it says it's like, what do you need to release? The answers you need are coming. You're very close to achieving your goal. Maybe your goal is a divine love. Maybe your goal is a closer relationship to God. Or maybe it is uh, a relationship, of one man and one woman under God. Maybe you thought you had that in another relationship and you realized you didn't. And that's what you're looking for. That's what you're seeking. But first and foremost, you have to be able to come together with yourself, to love yourself, to become one, to go from that two-faced Gemini energy to one, to the Libra, to the balancing of the squares, and the Aquarius, the healing. So that's an interesting message, right? The air signs going from, it's like a progression. It's a journey. It's that's the journey, right? It's going from Gemini to Libra to Aquarius. I'm wondering if we have some moon energy coming up that may be traveling through Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius like that. I haven't seen anything, but I'd be interested in doing some research on that. If anyone else could do some research on that, or if you already have some kind of knowledge on that, on what the moon is doing, um, as far as that goes, in Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, I'd be very interested if you'd leave a comment or a link or something. If you have any information on that, please share. Um, okay, that's very interesting. Right. Okay. So Nine of Swords, that mental torture, that nightmare, that can't sleep. You know, like maybe that's where you are now. But that's maybe that's what maybe that's the goal that you're close to achieving is coming out of the star. Yeah. So healing, like um all right, so I think we're gonna end it here. And that's the message. And here it is again. The message in a nutshell. Messy message. But I'm glad we took the time to really just go deeper and kind of try to understand it on all the different levels. Um, I hope you have enjoyed it. I hope you've appreciated it. I hope it has helped you in some way. And again, I would ask that you please like, share, and subscribe to the video and the channel. Um, I would like to continue to do these kinds of things with you, to go to these places with you, to to give and receive energy from you and to you. And yeah. All right. Well, so thanks so much, guys. And I'll see you in the next one.